Good morning, gamers, and welcome to the Demon Zone. How we doing, everybody? It's been a week, but we're here. Hey, Pitch Wolf. I've been cross-training BJJ, usually practice Hapkido, and there's this dude at the gym who suspiciously resembles you. It's very strange, but I'll assume you're not, in fact, somewhere in the American Midwest. Last I checked, mysterious individual, I am not in the I am not in the Midwest, unfortunately. I am here in Ireland, and I am fighting in Irish gyms and Irish people. Oh. Last I checked, mysterious individual. I am not in the mysterious. I am not in the. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Audio looping. Oh dear. That ain't right. And I know what's happening. Irish gyms. And quiet, you. There we go, everyone. Sorry about that. That should be good now. Let me just pull on my headphones, and let's chill here, chap. Hello. Hello, everyone.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Uh-oh.
Yo ho here, what up?
Give me 1 sec here, chap. This doesn't count as a technical fuck-up that stalled the stream. This is just normal people problems, chat, and it's fine. It's fine, goddammit. Plot twist. Thank you for the subscription. Time to run final gamer _final_final_ actual final. As someone who is nearing the end of a YouTube video, that comment is deeply triggering. Magic Lottie, hello John. So how about Nikai? Tier list of character designs when? You know what? I actually would not be opposed to that, Lottie. I would do that. Greasy Garbage Goblin, thank you for the resubscription. Yo, whole year, what up? Oh hell yeah, 12 months. Thank you, Greasy Garbage Goblin. That is awesome. That is really, really good to hear. So yeah, guys, I am at the end part of a new video. The current minute count for the video is 1 hour and 45 minutes. It might get a little longer, it might get a little shorter, but it looks like that's where we're landing, and it is my plan that the video drops within the next week. I originally wanted it. Sorry, I'm preparing some coffee over here. I originally wanted it to drop this weekend, but that would not be possible without access to some kind of hyperbolic time chamber or a substandard video, which I refuse to do. A short one. I mean, at this point, practically. But I cannot wait to be done with it. I'm so excited so I can start experiencing life and playing games. So we're probably not going to do the usual like 3.5 hour stream today. I think I kind of just feel like chilling out for like 2-ish hours. We'll see how it goes. But and I think I kind of also, it's been a while since we just did like a hangout stream as well, you know? So I would kind of be just down to do that if you guys are. I cannot wait to fall asleep to it, John. Jack Baker, I actually take that at a massive compliment. I understand what that means. Is the video about 1 million dongs? This video is about fake video games. It's so I haven't landed on what I'm going to call it yet, but it's basically Fake Video Games Volume 2. But it's like
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
It's just
Excited to catch stream, but more excited for the book coming soon in the mail. Thanks for bringing chill vibes to a chaotic workday.
Hex_trainer_EV, thank you for the subscription. shooting it. Just a heads up, if you plan on going back to look outside, the game content is basically doubled and you should start a new save. So Shuna, I think what I would probably do is I would probably just finish the save we have, because I don't think we're too far from the end.
1
And then
million dongs. Oh boy.
and then maybe
Definitely
do
some
another run.
eyebrows.
I have those Rock Lee ass eyebrows. That is very true. Thank you, foolish mortals. But yeah, so yeah, the book. So the
1
book.
million dongs. Oh boy.
Yeah, boss, I'd still be a henchman if you was a woman.
Thank you, Jules. That is incredibly sweet. I appreciate it. Oh guys, check out this mug I got. Hang on. It's from Silent Hill. It's a Silent Hill mug, and also you might notice a new feature on the stream. I have caught up with streamers in the year 2015 in that I have finally enabled autofocus on my camera. I didn't enable autofocus for a long time because with my old camera, the autofocus wasn't very good, and sometimes it would just not fucking focus, and it was really frustrating. Check this fucking autofocus here. Look at that. Look, there's my hand. You can see it in lurid detail, and now back to me. Crazy shit. But yeah, I think this autofocus fucking rules. I think it's very, very good. John kept getting interrupted by a mass amount of dongs. God damn it. Oh, yeah, so the book. The book was originally scheduled... The English version of the book was meant to ship this week. It's now going to be next week. People should start getting notifications, I'm guessing around Thursday, Friday, that their book is shipped. As far as I know, the Italian version has started to ship. So if you're one of my Italian watchers, it'll be right there. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what people make of that book. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to say anything. Just enjoy your perfectly normal, not meta weird book. Okay. This stream is just an alibi for your next murder. I mean, it could be. So if you could do a Nick I tier list, I want to clear my schedule and somewhat teleport to Ireland to be part of it. You can't escape this. No, it's just me going to be being like, yeah, this girl looks okay, I think. Is the book haunted? The book might be haunted. The book might be a little haunted. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Damn fine cup of coffee. Absolutely, Lucy saves. What did you think of the Half-Life 3 announcement? That's bullshit, right? There's no Half-Life 3 announcement. Slushy Man, thank you for the subscription. Fake video games, electric Suedo Lou. No, there ain't no Half-Life 3. Does it come with a woolly to put on it? You mean one of these? So this is the woolly doll. Just to be clear, I didn't buy one of these myself. I think so. Like this, I'm guessing was meant to be like for someone else, and it just I don't know what happened. It got shipped.
1 million dongs. Oh boy.
It got shipped to my house by accident.
Hello, John. Really random segue into wrestling, but really wanted to shout out Deadlock Pro Wrestling and their final 2 shows. For a while, it legitimately feels like Western indie wrestling has lost a ton of momentum post-COVID.
Yeah, it does feel like that, VCOM. I might talk about that in a little bit. I'm not familiar with Deadlock, but that is cool. Yeah, so this fucking thing ended up at my house. I don't know if Wooly sent it. I certainly didn't buy it myself. That would be insane. But yeah, and you know what? All I'll say, it's a well-made plush. easier to deal with than the actual fucking Wooly. So, you know, I'm happy with it. Just in time for Gremlins 3. They are making a Gremlins 3, aren't they? God, that's so fucking insane. You guys can finally... I'm really glad that my Gremlins are now in full view up here. I think I need to light them. I think they need a little lighting so you can see. Actually, I can actually show you the Gremlins because the autofocus works now. Also, when I walk away from camera, I'll be in this will be crazy, chat. See? There it is. Look at the fucking detail on that thing. How rad is that? It's just a really cool little guy. He is my favorite gremlin. I love him. Hang on, I need to get more light on it because it thing. Yeah, this is the Genius Gremlin, and he is just so fucking cool, and I love him so dearly, and I'm so glad he's mine. I'm just going to put him back because I don't want to spill coffee on him. I'm a bit of a spiller, chat. I'll spill things.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Thank you, East Ombre. I appreciate it. What does the stream title mean? What's the stream title? Final Gamer stream? It's just a Final Gamer stream. That's all that's going on. I'm the Final Gamer. So yeah, that's it. I thought I was your favorite gremlin, Inquisitor Thomas. Oh, my favorite stream gremlin, Inquisitor Thomas. Although there's a couple of you that are pretty good. You got Magic Lottie, Juan Dinner, and all of XCOM Dragon. Those are the people who most frequently say things that I notice. But yeah, it's weird being at this stage of a video, you know, because videos are such a weird, like, I think I have made, I think it's like 120, 130 videos, somewhere thereabouts. And you would think, having done it for 10 years, that like the process of finishing a video would become normalized and I'd know what to expect. And it's the same emotional roller coaster every time, right? I start out making a video and I feel really strongly about something and I'm like, oh man, I need to talk about this thing. This is so fucking cool. This is so interesting. And then that's when I decide, like, I'm going to make a video. And then from there, I start to research the video. And as I do, I start to realize that, like, okay, you know what? I want to draw this out in Photoshop, okay? Okay, so this is like the emotional arc of making a YouTube video, all right? It's like you start out and it's like you're excited to make it. And like you always have to get to that point, because if you're not excited to make a YouTube video, the idea of even making it is fucking silly. Like that is a stupid thing to do. Let's get a cool font up here. Making a YouTube video. And that's the Super Eye Patch Wolf font. Look, I'm gonna say, this font is really common on YouTube, okay? Very, very common on YouTube. I'm gonna take a wild swing here and say I fucking popularized it. This was in the first Hunter x Hunter video 10 years ago. I used this font. I see it everywhere. The people who use it I see what you're doing. You are robbing my legacy. I don't believe that at all. I just think it's a good font, and I think people use it. But yeah, making the YouTube video. So you start, right? And when you okay, and let's put the graph like happiness and then sad. Okay, and let's just draw that line. And let's draw that line.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Thank you, Atrob Justice. So then, like, you start, and it's like, you're like, I would say you're kind of here. You're kind of like, you're not like too, like, you're pretty excited to start the video, you know, and like, you're happy about like, oh, there's this thing I really want to make a video about, and I love this thing, and this is so important to me to do this, and I'm so fucking excited for people to see all the amazing things I have to say about this subject, and it's going to be a great video, and I'm going to love it, and everyone's going to love it, and it's going to be good. That's generally where you start with a video. And then, not now, Adobe Acrobat. And so then after a little while, you kind of, you think about the video and you start researching it. And I would say you kind of come down a little bit, okay? You kind of end up like down here. And you're kind of feeling a little ambivalent now. And the reason I think this mood drops is because of research. Because at this point, you realize that you actually know, just let me try that again. Just let me try that again. Let's make that brush smaller. Research. And I think research can sometimes be a bummer because you start to realize that, like, you don't actually know as much as you thought about the subject. If you rush it and try and write here, you will realize that you actually know fuck all, and it can be like a really, really kind of miserable experience. So I tend to do like a lot of research before I start a video. I tend to like really try and dig into the subject. If it's a game, I'll replay it and I'll replay it again. I'll do all this kind of stuff. What I won't ever do is watch other videos about whatever I'm making a video about, because if I do that, what's going to happen is that other people's thoughts are going to get lodged in my head. And that's not to say other people's thoughts aren't good, but it is to say that, like, I want to be able to express how I feel about it. I don't want to echo what someone else has already said. And for my audience, if you guys want someone else's take on something, I know you could just go watch someone else, so I really want to try and keep the experience pure. Maybe I'll read some interviews with the developers or the makers, or I'll look into the time period or stuff like that, but I won't necessarily watch any other videos. That to me isn't research, that's something else. So then kind of you do your research, and then you get to one of the stages that is really kind of all over the place. This can kind of like, this can meander up and down, but I think by the end of it, you kind of feel good. You kind of feel okay. And this is your first draft, and particularly of your script, right? And the first draft is something that I used to do in a single day, because I always thought, like, okay, look, the first version is always going to be garbage, so I'm just going to sit down for an entire day. I am going to glue my fucking hands to the keys, and I am just going to keep going and going and going until I have a first draft. And that started to become one of the most miserable experiences I had, so I started to break it out across more days, and as my videos got longer, I just couldn't do a meaningful first. And I was writing like 5,000 or 6,000 words in a day. Like, that's what I mean by first draft. And it was garbage, but it was a good way to structure it out. Now what I tend to do is structure first and then write the first draft. And over the course of a couple of days, there's parts of it where you'll be like, oh, this sucks. And then you'll be part where it's like, oh, this rules. And then you'll be part where this sucks again. And then you hit your first draft. And you're like, okay. Then what will happen is that you will reread your first draft and go like this. And this is when you realize that you really don't know fucking anything about what you were talking about. The way that you're trying to... oh, hey, Eurothug. Good to have you here, Maria. This is like when you realize, like, okay, this isn't actually good, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And it sucks. This can be a moment where you really, really... Like, this is the first time you're going to think about quitting your video. This is going to be... around this point, you are going to get an amazing idea for a different video. Don't fucking listen to it, okay? Ignore. Because all that's going to do, if you quit this video... so let's call this the first... read. So if you read this script and decide that you don't want to make this video, if you decide I'm going to start a brand new video, I actually have a way more exciting topic, all that's going to fucking do is bring you back to, actually, you know what? Let's change the color here. All that's going to do is bring you back to this point. And my friends, you never want to take this road, okay? Because this is the coward's road. I know, I've seen so many people do this over the years when someone's like, I'm going to put that video down and I'm going to do it. Do not do that. Just keep going. And like, okay, here's what's going to happen if you keep going. All right. If you keep going, you'll do your second draft of your script. You'll do your third draft of your script. And you'll do your fourth draft of the script. And so by the time you hit your fourth draft, you'll actually probably start to feel pretty okay again. Fourth draft. And it's at the fourth draft that I will usually decide to do the voice recording. And the voice recording is interesting, right? Because you've really struggled through a couple of weeks of your video at this point. And as you do, you feel like you've kind of reached something. You feel like you're kind of getting at what you want to say. And then you read it out loud. You record it into a mic and you just go fucking back down to here. Probably worse. I would say worse. The voice recording for me is like a lower moment than any other part of the video. But I don't think the Coward's Road is as tempting when you've done the voice recording because you have the audio, you've invested too much time, you have to keep going with it, okay? So let's go for... we're gonna need a bigger graph. And I really hate this moment. I hate it so much. There's only one moment that is worse than this in the entire process, but we'll get there. You know what? Let's grab this little axis here. Let's hit this. And let's bring this all the way out here. But anyway, look. So I would say this moment is a simultaneous moment of the voice recording. That's not right. That's not the letter. fuck it. Because at this point, I am not happy with my video. I'm an idiot. I can't do anything. And any success I have gotten is pure fucking mistake. It is other people's inability to see my lack of talent that has let me prosper as much as I have. And now it's all about to end because there's no way I can do this again. This is not good. This will never be good. And so then what happens is you spend a week or two editing. And as you're editing the footage, as you're like watching it all come together, slowly, you're starting to like the video. Certain points actually kind of work with the right music, with the right footage, with the right whatever. And you kind of feel okay. You start to feel like, okay, I think we can do this. And maybe there's some problems with the script that you're actually figuring out. You're actually like starting to understand why it felt wrong in that initial voice recording. And you know what? Maybe you even make a few little fixes, you know, and it feels good. And so finally, you get to one of the most important days of the entire video. You get to the first viewing. Now let me just make a little adjustment to the graph here, everyone. Because the first viewing, inevitably, your emotional state at this point is going to go like this. And eventually, you will find yourself somewhere kind of like on the floor of the ocean. You'll be sharing a space with kind of this sort of being. Yeah, that's about right. This is about, so as you can see, this is the deep sea. See? And this is you. You are
1 million dongs. Oh boy.
You are
Somehow this is resonating with me even as someone just trying to complete an illustration and not a YouTube video.
Yeah, no, this is just creativity. This is just the creative process. This is what it is. This is what it will be every time. Take it from someone who has done it 120 times, okay? So if we zoom in here, we can see that you are nothing. Everyone was right. And so what do you fucking do? What do you do? How the fuck do you ever come back from this? Well, there is a way. There is a way, everyone. You go and you buy a fucking croissant. Okay? You buy a croissant. You buy a croissant and you buy a cup of coffee and you sit down with yourself and you let yourself know that it's okay because you tried your best and you've been trying your best and it's enough. And what you've made isn't very good, but that's okay because at this point, at least now, we can fix it. You thank your past self for putting in all the effort that has brought you to this moment, and this croissant is the funeral of the person who made this. Okay? Because you're different now. You have learned. You have grown. You now actually might know what the fucking hell you're trying to do with this project, okay? And so after your croissant, not over the croissant, you kind of come back and you come up to like maybe about here. And this is your second viewing. At this point, you've changed all the big, stupid, broken piece of shit things that you fucking hate about this fucking bollocks you made. And you have your second viewing. And guess what? Your second viewing is also fucking garbage. But that's okay. Because it's not as garbage as your first viewing. In fact, there might be some parts of it that are actually starting to work. Okay? Now, you could... If you're a coward, if you're a goddamn coward, you could walk away at this point and pretend you're done. But you know you're not. You know you can fucking do better. So in the same way, you've just rebuilt the entire video from scratch. You're going to do that again. And you know what? It's actually going to be okay. Now... you're kind of getting the results you want. Now you are pushing yourself to places you have never been before. You are surprising yourself with the shit you are achieving. You cannot believe that 2 weeks ago you were here. You cannot fucking believe that. And so you watch your third draft. Don't you fucking tell me what to do, Photoshop. And guess what, everyone? It's fucking garbage! You are so useless! Welcome... back to hell. But here's the thing. It's actually not real this time. Because at this point, you have actually put so much fucking work into every part of this process. Something meaningful has likely come from here. And there's actually probably a lot of good stuff in your video. And what this part becomes about is not adding more good stuff. It's taking out all the bad stuff until finally only the good stuff remains. And that's fucking hard. It's so hard to do that. All these like paragraphs and sections that you thought were like really clever and insightful, but in actuality they don't work, just take them out. Just take them out until you're just left with the bits of the project you like. And I promise you, at this point, you watch it back and you're okay. You don't hate it. And so from here, you are nearly done, because this is your 4th draft of the project. This is your 4th like attempt to get this right. And so it's like, you have to accept at this moment that you are likely touching on the current limitations of what you are capable of. There's only so much you can do from here. And here you get to do the favorite part of the video. You get to do the 5th draft, the final polish. And by this point, your mood is going to go down, but you're going to be okay. And you're going to keep going, and you're going to keep going. And at this point, you're probably not even feeling that much, because the video itself is utterly, like, just sort of noise, and it's footage and clips, and just, you can't see the project anymore. And so you bring it to a point, and you finish. And you finish because you look at it and you know in your heart you got nothing left. Like, there is nothing more that you can do to add or take away from this project. You have been through this just impossible fucking nightmare process, and you've ended up at the finish. And so you upload it. And people think all kinds of different things about your video. Some are going to tell you it's the best thing you've ever done. Some are going to tell you it's the worst thing you've ever done. They're both right. They're both right. But the important part isn't the fact that the video is done. It's that all this shit is XP. This is all shit that's going to help you get better. This entire ordeal taught you so much about your own process and your own learning. And what it means is that you are going to grow from this. Like, all the hardship you went through is going to help you grow and help you do more shit in the future. Okay? So, like, remember when it was this? Remember when this was all we could fucking see and our entire lives depended on this project? This is what it actually is. All it is like one little episode in your life, and it actually doesn't matter that much, you know? And the reason it doesn't matter is because what's actually going to happen is this. And this. And this. On to infinity, forever and ever and ever. And every time you do it, you're going to get... Okay, you know what? I'm going to say that's not even accurate. I think what's happening is like this. Your ability is going up.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
So where does Del Purgatory fall on this happiness
And
scale?
up and up. And it's like every time you are getting better. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that, though, because each time you're doing this project, this is all you're seeing. You lose sight of this, you know? So you just keep going. And it's never not going to feel like this, but it doesn't mean you aren't improving. It doesn't mean your art isn't getting better, whether it's YouTube videos or illustration or just whatever the fuck. And ultimately, like, the thing is, this hurts and it's pain and it sucks, but it's progress, you know? It's progress. You're doing something. You're working towards something. You are doing something with your energy. You are doing something with your life. And that's meaningful, no matter what anyone fucking thinks of what you do. And the alternative is this. The alternative is nothing. You know? And so it's like, that's the choice. It's nothing or it's pain. That's it. That's what it's all about. And that's where I'm kind of at with this video. I would say right now I am like, I am here. That's where I am. And so in
dongs. Oh boy.
In conclusion,
I did need this about now.
No problem, Vanarisius. In conclusion, I hope that you guys like the new video. I think it's pretty okay. I think it's fine. I will be working on it more later. Are there any questions? John, I feel like you're there every time you talk about a new video on stream. I'm going to be somewhere on that map, but no, I'm definitely not there because it takes every time because it takes a really long time to get there. Could you repeat the lecture from the start? Absolutely not, Sensei. Can I eat the croissant? Oh, I did leave that part out. When you finish the video, another fucking croissant for you, buddy.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Thanks, Volksby Volkson. Appreciate it. Where does Roman Reigns go full MAGA put you on the graph? Not quite down with the deep sea fish, and not quite at croissant level, but not too far north of croissant, let me tell you. John, you are inspiring and a delight to listen to. Game dev here, fan for years. Thank you, Pant Dev. I imagine, like, whenever I talk about how much of a pain in the ass video essays are to make, I think of video games and think about how that must be, like, exponentially more because they're such more massive projects. Yeah. Zebra of KOTOR. I should try and be creative again. Everyone should try and be creative. I think that there are very few people in this world who won't get something out of trying to be creative. I wish we didn't place so much emphasis on results for creatives. I wish that we could view creativity as, like, hobbies for people and not this thing that you always need to grind into success, you know? So the Dell video is mostly deep sea. That's a different thing. That is a different thing. John, can you put the Makima figures close to the camera? Guys, I don't have any Makima figures, okay? I haven't watched Chainsaw Man. I don't know anything about it. I don't. Why is that a meme? Um. Nerd bastard. One thing you have to keep learning over and over again is that it really is about the process of creating, not the result. I could not agree more. Um, where does being bullied on stream go on the chart? No, the chart, guys, is for videos. It's not. It doesn't work if you apply it to non-video things. Tarnished Sarah, when creativity is linked to your job education, it is kind of difficult not to focus on results, sadly. Sometimes I regret not trying harder and finding a purely hobby-centered creativity outlet. So when the previous person asked about getting back into creativity, I'm talking about it purely from the, like, perspective of a hobby. That wouldn't be me commenting on, like, creativity as a job. It's more so how I feel like non-creative people sometimes view creativity as this thing that, like, constantly needs to be ground out, when in actuality I think that I think we should be more protective of people's desire to just make shit for the sake of it, you know? That's not the same as like being employed in a studio or like having quotas to meet, because at that point, and like, it's difficult, and it varies from job to job. But like, I remember back when I worked in animation, like, I had my quotas to hit each week. I knew exactly how to hit them. And to the point that, like, it wasn't a creative job. I was doing semi-creative things, but I was not expressing anything. I was just working. I would do 9 to 5 and I would go home, you know? Whenever I make something creative, I hate the results, which makes me feel like I wasted my time. Doesn't make me happy. Doesn't make feel like improvement. Hard to stick with it without that. But Cinder Mox, the 20-minute lecture I just did should show you how wrong you are. You don't feel like you're improving. I don't feel like I'm improving. But like, look at my videos now compared to my first videos. It's like, they're completely different. Look at, like, if you're like an illustrator, look at your sketchbooks from like 10 years ago, you know? It's like, as long as you're moving, you are improving. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, and it sounds like a shitty motivational poster. God damn it. But yeah, I just feel strongly about that. I watched some YouTuber and his first video was my fave. As he went on, I hated it. Well, if anything, like, so when I say improve, I do mean from the perspective of the person who's making the video. Like, what happened is that you started liking this YouTuber's videos less, and like, that's okay. Like, that is your purview. But when I talk about getting better, all I'm really talking about is making becoming better at making the kind of things the creator wants to make. What I'm not taking into account there is the audience. Like, I have seen people say how much they prefer like my old videos, and like, that's fine. But like, I'm not interested in making my old videos. I want to make the new videos, you know? So yeah. Um that was from Knockout Lindo. Tarnish Sarah, I guess with a job, if you're meeting quotas, you are doing a task laid out for you. With a thesis, it's complicated because you're supposed to figure it out in your corner. I'm currently doing a thesis on Expedition 33, and my supervisor hardly knows the game, but she is sweet. At what point is cultivating your audience the creative pursuit, and how does that destroy you? I don't know, because I don't cultivate my audience. Like, I've talked about this so many times on stream. I am not making videos for you guys. I really appreciate when you guys watch the videos, but the exchange there is the video. You know, like that's I'm just going to make videos for me, and I'm going to make videos about shit that I think is interesting. I don't want to make videos for you guys, and you guys don't want me to do that either. If you want to watch me make a video like that's designed to conform to what I think my audience wants, go back and watch like the old Attack on Titan video I did, why Attack on Titan is popular. That is like just this utterly spineless video where I talk about why I think other people like Attack on Titan, as opposed to the fact that I actually just liked what I watched of it at the time. So yeah, I don't. To me, cultivating your audience is marketing, and marketing, like, it's not always a negative. Like, I have to market my t-shirts, like I have to market like my merch and stuff like that. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but when it comes to videos, or like, you know, thumbnails and titles are kind of marketing. Like, there's like, you have to have something that like grabs people attention. You have to have something that kind of stands out. You can't just do like a shitty thumbnail and expect that it'll go okay. And you shouldn't if you're putting like weeks or months into your videos as well. But it is kind of marketing, you know? That's one thing that's always kind of struck me about, like, when people talk about YouTube thumbnail videos, right? People always say like, oh, clickbait. Like, if I ever show, even in my own Discord, if I show like a thumbnail or something like that, people will be like, oh, nice and clickbaity. And it's weird because I can remember on YouTube when the term clickbait started to become... Cameraman Paul, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it, buddy. I can remember on YouTube when the term clickbait started to become like really popular. And it was around the time that people realized what I would say was like the first meta on YouTube. And God, it's so wild to think of this now. But what would happen is that people... You would basically have people who would have like one frame of their video where like you see like a girl's boobs, as in like, you know, like you see her in a tight top or something like that. And this was back before you could actually like select YouTube thumbnails, so they would put it at precisely the right moment in their video. Like, they'd like, you know, a dude would be doing parkour or something like that, and next thing he'd run by a girl with boobs, and that would be the thumbnail of the video. And people would call that clickbait. I think, like, the thing about it is, like, it was misleading, right? Because this isn't a video about titties or whatever. It was a video about parkour. And that is what, like, that is where I will get frustrated with videos. When I see someone who is, like, clearly mislabeling their video in an attempt to mislead people into watching a video. That is not the same as having a video with a compelling title, a thumbnail that has like striking imagery with good graphic design and calls people to your video. Do you know what I mean? It's like, to me, the difference between clickbait and like just a good thumbnail is, are you trying to mislead the audience? Are you making claims that your video can't back up? So like, let me try and think. It's hard because I know one or two people who do this, but like I don't like shit talking people. But it would be like, okay, so you would have something like the 5 seconds of Insidious that changes the entire movie. And then you have like a video about how there's this 5 seconds where one of the characters looks to the side as another character is talking, and it's like, oh, what is he talking about? Maybe he's the villain. And it's like, at that point, it's like, okay, this is fucking, there's nothing here. This title was based on nothing, and it's just a clickbait video. But that even goes beyond thumbnail. That's like a clickbait video, you know? No one actually feels strongly about that. Let's call them Wooly M. No, not a lot. I think Wooly has great thumbnails. A big problem with so much other shit that guy does, but no, his thumbnails are not one of them. Should I just name the video X is real but not how you think it is? Or X is teal but not how I think it is? Okay, what? Okay, maybe we should do a clickbait thumbnail. Okay, let's open. We're really getting our money out of Photoshop today. Teal? Can you make a clickbait title for my upcoming video? Okay, Eurothug, what is your upcoming video about? And I'll make a clickbait thumbnail for it on stream. Something I notice a lot on YouTube is more people will have a clickbait title for the first day or maybe even the first hour, then changing it to be more accurate. So I think what's happening there is that people are using A/B testing. There's a new thing on YouTube, it's like this year pretty much, where you can use multiple titles for your video and it will just literally switch to whichever title is doing the best. And like, I think that's an okay change. I'm probably going to do that for the next video. But yeah. Where's Eurothug gone? FD's thumbnails are a carousel. They are, but like the thing is, he's right. You know, like FD's videos do insanely fucking well, and a part of it is that like he keeps recycling his thumbnails and his titles in order to get the one that's like going to get like the most attention. And I don't think he's wrong, because like here's the thing, like if you put months and months of work into a video, you want to give it the best shot you have. And so like I don't think there's anything wrong with like, you know, just putting as much effort as you can into like that. Okay, Eurothug. LMAO, it's Silent Hill mods for games that aren't Silent Hill, seeing how modders are exchanging. Okay, how could we make a video about Silent Hill mods as clickbaity as possible? Let's see here. So we're going to go for Pyramid Head. So the idea of mods is actually like pretty popular on YouTube. So having mods in the title might actually work. Okay, so this is my thumbnail format. So let's get Pyramid Head in there. Let's get him down behind me. Great Zealous, thank you for the gift sub. Okay. I actually kind of like how my face is interacting. Or my face is kind of working here because I look like something is wrong. And I think that alone is a little bit it's not too bad, but it's attention grabbing. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna grab
1 million dongs. Oh boy.
That's the worst one. That's the worst one. That's gonna get fucking clipped. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Perpetual Panda, for that. Immaculately timed subscription. Okay, so we're going to stretch this over here. Going to give Pyramid Head just enough space. Okay. And we're going to add the text. This mod ruined my life. I don't want to add a stroke. I think I'm going to do a behind fill. And we're going to expand that. Put that behind here. Now we have a nice outline. Okay, okay. And let's move this over here. The text needs to be more prominent. Okay. I think I see the problem. We need bigger text. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, let's turn me off for a second, because I think I'm seeing the way through here, chat. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so let's get Pyramid Head over here. Now let's take this and stretch it slightly. It's going to look weird, but no one's going to notice unless you're looking for it. Boom. Okay, okay. I am liking this. This is, damn, this is a good fucking thumbnail. Now we're going to stretch it again. Okay, I think we can go a little bigger with the text. Okay, now let's see what we need to do to make it stand out just a little more. Expand that, go here, drop this behind here. Need to go a little heavier, I think. Okay, we're gonna push. Okay, that's nice. This is looking good. This is looking good. Part of me would want to click this video because I would think it's so fucking stupid that I would just want to see what it says. We're gonna move old Pyramid Head a little more over this way. And now we're gonna do a little levels adjustment on it. Oh, look at that. What's happening? Oh, what's this video about? What's going on here? It looks so fucked up. That vignette is not working. Let's try a red vignette instead. Oh, Oh, I like this. I like this. But I think we can make it better. I think we can make it better, okay? So if we move this up, oh no, let's just combine those two layers. Okay. There's one thing we can do to fucking push this over into S tier thumbnail clickbait. So position that about there. And look at that. What a fucking piece of shit. I actually think I like it better without. I think I actually like it better without that. So if we reposition that there, let's give old Pyramid Head one more adjustment right here. Let's just extend that out. Look at how much like you can warp this shit without it actually mattering, you know? This mod ruined my life. Okay, now that's good, but I think we can push it a little more. I think the text is getting a little lost in the background. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do another fill behind it. We're going to take the red, kind of sample the red from the background here. And then we're going to apply a Gaussian blur. Ooh, ooh, oh, yes, yes. And I think the vignette isn't really working the way I want, so let's find a different vignette. Or a different blending mode for the vignette. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's go. I believe it was darken. Okay. But now I'm looking at it. And it is good. I think this is good. I think we can make it even more like clickbaity and even sillier by changing the text. So the title of the video is "This Mod Ruins My Life," okay? But because we don't need to repeat that text in like in the actual thumbnail itself. So what if we just go, my life? I realize I'm just recreating my fucking Shenmue thumbnail. It just hit me that that's all I'm doing. This is like the biggest self-call out ever, but I love that thumbnail. I do not apologize, and it does accurately reflect that video. Oh, okay, no, so someone there, sorry, fuck, the chat's going by too fast, I couldn't get it. I think it was Cribbity something had an excellent alteration. The Silent Hill mod that will ruin your life. This is so dope. I love this. I fucking love this so much. Oh, joy. Joy. And what if we try use like one of the really, as opposed to black, what if we try use one of the really dark reds from the background? That's so fucking dumb. Oh god, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I think we can take it further. I think we can take it further. Now again, the name of the video is the Silent Hill mod that will ruin your life, okay? Oh. Please change the color. Well, yeah, I gotta change color. No, wait, no. We're missing a critical ingredient here, okay? Chat. The quotation marks. Oh, that's fucked up the alignment a little bit. I hope people find this amusing other than me. I am definitely entertaining myself right now. How entertaining this is for anyone else, I really... Oh, mwah, mwah, beautiful! I don't like the alignment on the letters is the only thing. We might have to shrink them a little bit. Oh, okay. I think this might be it, chat. I think this might be it. Oh. See, chat? You see what I could do if I wish to use my powers for evil? Let's put a little color. Let's put a little gradient behind the text, and I think we should be good. I'm gonna keep saying layer styles. I know, Paint Dev. Please stop. I like to not use layer styles for different reasons. So let's say... That's going to be a tough one because of the white. There we go. Now maybe let's just get a little color separation back in between Pyramid Head, because I do want the white surrounding Pyramid Head. We could kind of do with moving Pyramid Head to the left a little again. God, we're warping the shit out of that background, but it doesn't matter. And we'll just do a little stretch here. Okay. And with that, my masterpiece is complete. Eurotug, listen. If you want to walk the dark path and get all the fucking views in the world, you have my blessing to use this thumbnail. I will save it out for you. I wouldn't. I don't advise you do that, because it will just be... it will be a blatant lie. Unless you have...
Dongs. Oh boy!
Unless you find a Silent Hill mod that ruins what marriages...
What you learned from your relationship the other day, and I just want to say that you talking about the struggle of going to different colleges really resonated with me. I'm in my second year of uni, and also in my second year of long distance, so just...
I'm in my second year of Luna, my second year of long distance, so just hearing someone really respect online share similar struggle, coming out of it stronger, really meant a lot to me. I also started typing this before the text my wife left me showed up on. Whoops. Okay, one other person had a really great addition that we're going to add in, and then we're going to stop, because I think I've proven my point here. But someone, sorry, I missed your name in the chat. If we put... I think I've proven my point here, chat. But, okay, I like this thumbnail. Like, this makes me laugh. This brings me joy. But unless you actually have a story about a Silent Hill mod that broke up a marriage, this would be... This is a lie. You know, and that's the line between, for me, between, like, that's the line between, like, a good thumbnail that, like, is compelling and catches attention, and one that is actually just bullshit and actually just misleading your audience. And so to me, this is going to mislead an audience for as stupid and fucking hilarious as it is. I might use it for something. We'll see. The terrifying thing is that this would 100% get clicks from Eurothug. I think it would, Maria. I think it probably would, but the cost, that's the dark side. This is such a good lie, it loops back into art. I think I created too good a thumbnail. I think that yeah. I think I created something I genuinely like, and the purpose was to create something abominable. God damn it, why am I such a creative genius? You have peaked here, yeah. Man, like, the actual fake video game video thumbnail is not going to be anywhere near that fire, I'm afraid to say. I haven't done it yet, but I just know it won't. Now someone needs to make a video to fit the thumbnail. I mean, surely someone, right? and so humble. Not really. Even when you succeed, you fail. Or even when I fail, I succeed. I don't know. Lol, the curse of being a creative genius. Look at it, chat. This is my peak. This is the best I will ever do. This is the best thing I've ever made. And you all witnessed it. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I can't make anything with it. Unless I use it for a regular iPatchWolf video. But anyway, thank you, Eurothug, for inspiring that discourse. I hope you got something out of it. So what's going on with anyone else? Everyone else doing good? Anything else we want to cover in this stream? It's okay. Thank you for teaching me the ways to clickbait. You please use your new powers responsibly, Eurotug. Currently recovering from a shoulder injury, and this stream is helping a ton. So glad my fiance showed me your channel by saying he likes wrestling. You have to watch. Thank you, SXE Glyn. SXE Glenn, is that like an SXE Phil reference? Remember when Philip DeFranco used to be called that? John remembers. Man, talk about a dude who used to play that thumbnail game. Man, is there a way I can look at the old Philip DeFranco videos? Give me 1 sec here, chat. This will be crazy if I can find it. Because I know there used to be an advanced channel search with YouTube, but they got rid of it. I think the only way maybe to go down and down and down and down, which is going to take forever. But yeah, no, this was like 5 or 6 years ago. No, longer than that, like 10 years ago. Philip DeFranco, and like I say this all with love. I really like Philip DeFranco, and I've been watching him forever. But yeah, he used to do this thing. He used to have lovely ladies of the day, and he would feature them in his thumbnail. And like the thumbnail would be like just some women you had never seen. But it was crazy. It was such a weird time in YouTube. Thank you for this free $300 creator course, John. No problem, Zeke Skies. Let me catch up with the chat. Oh my god, I forgot about sexy. I know, it's wild. Okay, it's 4 years ago, and now we're getting a bunch of thumbnails with Corpse Husband. How's Corpse Husband doing? Whatever happened there? Philly D never apologizes for clickbait. But look, I think here's the thing, chat. Like, everyone does it to a certain degree. I think, like, what you don't want to do, and maybe this is the actual line, clickbait thumbnails, like, they're bad and they suck, but if your video is actually good, then does it matter that much? What I would say is that if you are building videos from the headline, from the thumbnail outward, from the clickbait thumbnail outward, that's when it fucking sucks, you know? Oh my god, he's gotten so young in the thumbnails. I've got this on auto scroll over here. He got doxxed IRC, got bullied for his appearance. Someone please double check. I cannot remember. Actually, on the other side of the conversation, what do you think are some of the best thumbnails you've ever seen? All Philip DeFranco's videos stop at 8 years ago. Interesting. I actually don't. I can't think of like good thumbnails really. Like I guess I think a lot of the stuff that Scutch does when people I think of H Bomber Guy's vaccine video. I think that's an incredible thumbnail. I think it really perfectly like captures the vibe of that video and is really visually striking and it's beautiful. And then like I really like Scutch the thumbnail Scutch did for my social anxiety horror video. I think it's really cool when people like get illustrators to do their thumbnails. It's just it's a tricky one. You could have just sorted by oldest. I could have just sorted by oldest, couldn't I? Let me try that again. God. Look, chat. Been working a lot. The old brain ain't going so good. Okay, sorry. I just opened YouTube and there's a really fucking good thumbnail, and this is someone I used to watch a fair bit. I haven't watched their videos in ages now. I can't even remember why I stopped watching, but it's just I'll okay. Let me just grab this, and I actually like I watched a fair bit of this person's stuff, so like no hate here at all. But in the art we are talking about of trashy ass thumbnails, this is kind of genius. The fucking balls of that thumbnail, Jesus. But yeah, anyway, that's my lecture on thumbnails. I guarantee you this is better than what you would find in influencer courses. Yeah, let me search. I think Philip DeFranco might have deleted all his old videos. And hey, look, if he has... Yep, yeah. Wait, this is an apology. What?
You beautiful bastards. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Unfortunately, the main gist of this video, for those that are going to dislike and leave, the main gist of this video is that there will be no Philip DeFranco shows this week. I will come back that next Monday. I do apologize for not giving you a heads up before this. It's gotten to the point, it's been an immensely hard 5 months. It is this week. It's gotten to the point that I'm having panic attacks and I can't...
Aw, poor Philip DeFranco from 8 years ago. I'm glad things ended up okay. He seems happy now. But yeah. Anyway, chat. To summarize the stream so far, I think I'm going fucking insane. I haven't taken a day off in a long time, and I am becoming completely incomprehensible. What was that about, like a croissant from earlier? Does anyone remember? I don't. I don't know anything. Ever. I don't know. Going. Give me 1 sec here, chat. Eurothug, can I show your thumbnail on stream? I just got it from you there. John, is saying someone looks like they have notions a proper insult? I don't think you would really say someone looks like they have notions. And here's the thing, right? You would never actually say the word notions. You would say things that around that idea because you don't want to come across as mean. And so you don't say, so say someone walks in and their jacket is just a little too colorful. You don't say that jacket makes you look like you have notions. You say, oh, look at that jacket. That's something like a celebrity would wear. You know, and I think it's, you know, it's great that, you know, you have that confidence to think that, like, you know, a lot of other people here
would never choose to wear that jacket because, you know, they would see themselves as like, you know, normal, regular, good, hardworking folk. And I think the idea that you would make that choice, yeah, good for you. That's telling someone they have notions. Of course, go ahead. Okay, so this is Eurothug's actual thumbnail. And you know what, Eurothug? I feel like Goku and Vegeta battling during the Buu saga. Our power levels are equal. This is excellent work, and best of luck with the video. But no, it's cool. I like it. This is a really good combination of silly, but like still faithful to the idea of your video. So I think this rules. Neon Darkness, buddy, you seem to have a question. I've missed it in the chat a couple of times, but ask away and I'll try and catch it. Is that Bob Odenkirk? It kind of looks like Bob Odenkirk, yeah. Or is it G-Man? Oh my god, that's so... Oh, it's totally G-Man, god damn it. More Uma Musume today, John? No, I guys, I need to put out a little public warning about I need to do a little... Okay, Neon Darkness, I have your question here. I need to do a little public warning about Uma Musume. I don't want to talk about it too much, like not on Versus Wolves, because that's the show. But I do gotta say, okay, if you are carrying high hopes that like I am going to fall in love with the Horse Girl game, I think you definitely need to have those hopes in check. I would say lower that bar a little bit. Because I will say the result is, I don't think I feel the way a lot of people feel about those games. And I know that's going to break some hearts. It sucks. I wish I loved it. But yeah, but I will talk about it more on the show. Okay, from Neon_Darkness_, I'm a small YouTube author and I'm currently sitting on the crossroads. Thing is that I usually try to do high effort video productions and video essays about games, but these take time and I barely have any experience, so I want to start creating some kind of regular low effort content similar to what you do on your second channel. Low effort! And the question itself is simple as it is complicated. Should I create the second channel or this? I have 80 subs and barely any activity on my channel, by the way. Well, like, okay. Look, Neon Darkness, what I'm going to say here is that, like, what do you want to do? Because right now, the thing that kind of worries me about your question, and, like, I get it, you're thinking about your videos in terms of your audience, you know? It's like you're thinking about, like, the kind of content that will bring you success. And I would really strongly emphasize, no matter what you do, success on YouTube is so fucking unlikely. All right? And like, that's not me saying like it's not going to happen or that you can't get somewhere, but it's like 1 in 1,000 channels that hits like 100,000, like that hits 100,000 subscribers. And 100,000 subscribers is like the point you can barely survive, you know? And so with that in mind, you have to accept that no matter what you do, there is no surefire way to achieve anything on YouTube. So my advice to you would be just make the shit you want to make. Like, I started doing regular iPatchWolf just because, like, first of all, I needed somewhere to put the dumbass things that happen on these streams. But then I started to realize that, like, oh shit, you know, sometimes I want to do a little video essay that doesn't need to be an hour and a half epic. And it's awesome to get Fox to do just like an edit job on that, and then we have it. Like, I'll probably, you know, stick up the creativity lecture from earlier, and then like the how to make the worst thumbnail video, you know. And I think it's fun, but those videos only exist because I I had fun making them because me and the chat were just like having a laugh and having a good time. That I didn't come onto this stream thinking I was going to do a dumbass Silent Hill thumbnail because I thought it would get views. I did it because I enjoyed it and I had a good time doing it. And I'm pretty sure at least some people in the chat liked it. 80 subs probably won't lock the algorithm on your content yet. Okay, here's the second part of this advice. Fuck the algorithm and fuck anyone trying to tell you anything about the algorithm. Not you, kind sir, who I just quoted. I don't mean you specifically, but I just mean don't chase the fucking algorithm. Don't become one of those fucking people. Make shit that you believe in. And like, look, it'll either work out and it won't. But trust me, one of the worst scenarios you can end up on YouTube is making videos you don't want to make for the purposes of trying to game the algorithm or game your audience or fucking whatever. The world does not need more videos like that. And I promise, if you're not making the videos you want to make, nothing about the success of being a YouTuber is going to make that worth it. Go do something else that you find fulfilling or something interesting. But that doesn't mean don't make videos. Absolutely make videos. Make the best fucking videos you can possibly make. And look, if you feel like that you're not making your best videos on your main channel, then yeah, go on the side channel and like, you know, just have fun, like play around, come up with some interesting ideas and follow them through. But don't do it because you think people are going to watch. Do it because you want to do it.
1 million dongs. Oh boy.
And there's a perfect capstone to that heartfelt piece of advice. Hello, John. Really random segue into wrestling, but really wanted to shed. Oh no, wait, sorry. Arrow's Volt. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the Amazon Prime subscription. William SRD, just wanted to thank you for all the YouTube advice over the years. Oh, no worries at all. Like, I was just having a conversation today with Michelle about how I shouldn't give too much life advice because that can be such a dark road. I remember back in the days of Let's Fight a Boss, we had like a life advice segment for a couple of months. And we had to stop it because shit got so dark. We got some emails that I will never forget. And I felt so bad for those people. But it was like, oh, this is a video game podcast. I cannot. Like, the kind of stuff being brought up.
Oh boy.
That was deeply inappropriate. Thank you, Headless Horseman. Appreciate it. I want to talk about some momentary things in video game stuff to unload my head and generally try and provide some good time for people. Again, Neon Darkness, just do it for the right reasons and you'll be glad you did it at the end of the day. Hey John, I've been working on a script for a YouTube video I really want to make, but I don't have any of the footage of the games I want to talk about. Any ideas? Arrow's Vault, you could just get them. Like, you could just, like, I don't know what the games are, but screen, unless you just don't have access to a PC, in which case I don't know how you're going to edit the video. You could just try and screen record the videos. You could also find long plays on YouTube and try and use the footage from that. Just credit the long player. Just like put their name on screen and put a link to their long play in the description, and you should be fine. But yeah, that is what a lot of people do. I imagine you were interested in. I've got 2 dates to the prom type dilemmas. Yeah, I got 2 dates to the prom, but like we got stuff about, you know, some kind of really heavy. Oh, I don't even know if I want to talk about it. It's heavy, but like there was a situation where a guy felt like he had been inappropriate with someone and like explaining the situation to us. And like kind of asking for validation or if we think he's a bad person. And it was just like, oh my fucking God, what is that? But yeah. Um. Mm. That doesn't sound so bad. I think if that doesn't sound so bad, it's probably just because I'm not going into detail, but it was genuinely an email I read that like really just stuck with me. It was scary. Don't know if someone asked already, but what would you said about Remick in FT Sinners video if you weren't cut off? I think I might just make that video. I think I might make that like a regular iPatchWolf video at some point. I don't know if it'd be good. It's a little outside my wheelhouse, but I think I need to rewatch Sinners and think about it a little bit, because that character did hit me. I guess, do you know the only thing that really bothers me about Remick in Sinners? He doesn't have like an Irish accent. You know, he speaks like an American, and that really bums me out because no one speaks like us in media. Like, no, like it's always someone doing an impression of us. It's so rare you hear like a genuine Irish accent in anything. And I think it just would have, I would have really been sold on that character if he actually had like an Irish accent. I thought the actor was awesome. I thought he was great. How would you feel if Nikke? Okay, Magic Lottie, Nikke is fine. It's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but yeah. What is your accent? I guess it's Irish. It's like mid-Atlantic Irish. It's like an Irish person who grew up watching a whole bunch of American television is my accent. He does. He drops the American accent when he drops the act. I do not remember that, Minty. And no Irish person I know has commented on that. Where are you from, Minty? What about stuff like the Banshees of Inisherin? Yeah, that's true, but like, I'm not saying that Irish media doesn't exist. I'm saying that people generally don't talk like Irish people in mainstream, like American media. Is Scottish and Irish accent too different? Genuine question. Chills, I think that depends. I would think that they're quite different, but like I grew up in Ireland, and so when I hear a Scottish accent, it sounds really different to me. To an American person, I think they'd probably sound a bit more similar. Lol, it's really fun to hear others do an American accent. It's the most ridiculous thing I've heard. I guess that's what I like when I hear a bad Irish accent. So I think the thing is, all I hear are bad Irish accents. You know, that's all I hear. And the problem is they're not really doing an impression of an Irish person. They're doing an impression of like what Hollywood fabricated as Irish people, I guess. But I'm with you. I do I do think that a good I do enjoy a good bad American impression. Not nearly as bad since it doesn't have nearly the same history, but I'm from Scotland and all the I stuff from American films gets really tiring. Spaghetti Depressi or Spaghetto Depressi, that's such a good name. I'm with you. The crossover between you and FD for me was crazy when I discovered it. I found his channel to be truly educational. He has me reflecting on who I am and what I want to be as a person in every video. So I remember when I started watching FD's stuff, I think the first one I saw was like the Mike Tyson video or something like that. And I thought, oh man, this guy is like so smart and so eloquent. And then I was like, then I thought of like my shit, and I'm like, fucking like shit about Garfield or whatever. And I was like, I bet this guy would hate my stuff. And then I saw he followed me on Twitter, and I was like, what? And then he DM'd me, and I remember the first time I ever had a call with him, and he was like, I'm trying not to freak out. Like, he just looks dead into camera, and you know FD, he's like really like contained and really like, he just goes, so yeah, I'm trying not to freak out right now because I'm actually a huge fan. That was so weird. That was so weird. But now, like, I love talking to FD. We do calls every now and then, and like he's just a lovely man. I think the Uncle Iroh of YouTube is excellent way to describe what he is. You gotta admit, you did Garfield dirty. That's the first time I've ever heard that one. I would love to be big enough to have shy fans. Yeah, oh man, I've met so many shy fans. I would say, like, 1 in 2, or no, 1 out of 3 fans I meet will come up and be like, sorry, I'm just really nervous, and I always have to explain to them, I have met so many people doing what I do, like going to cons and shit. It's like I've met literally thousands of fans, literally thousands of fans. And so can you imagine how shy or nervous the top like 10% are? And I always say that to them, so I'm like, so you're really gonna have to work hard if you want to come across as awkward or anything, you know? But yeah. Most people, when they get over that initial hump, are just very, very sweet. Oh. Zia has spoken. I found you in Versus Wolves and went back to check out the FD video to make sure I wasn't crazy. That's interesting. So you first encountered me in Versus Wolves. Wow. That is such a different, like, that is such a different way of finding me than people usually do. Thinking about John making a video about Garfield again, but he just talks about it. So, chat, have I talked about the potential sequel to the Garfield video? I can't, like, I don't want to repeat it if I have, but oh, fuck, I'm messing with the Silent Hill thumbnail. I can't help readjusting it and making it stronger. Okay, so I've had this idea for a sequel to the Garfield video, and it would be a totally different kind of video to what I did last time. Do you remember there's a section in the Garfield video where I talk about what if I read every Garfield comic? I then learn that I cannot do that because there are in fact 14,000 Garfield comics. I read 1,000 Garfield comics and it took me 4 whole days.
1,000,000 dongs! Oh boy!
Hi.
What if I read 14,000 Garfield comics and I just made a video about it? And I talk about the places those comics took me. I talk about my mentality as I kept going. I start treating it like a kind of endurance test, a journey, and whatever emotional revelations come from that. But here's the thing. To do that, I would actually have to genuinely commit, right? Like, I would actually have to, like, read 14,000 Garfield comic, and it would take weeks. Like, my entire life for weeks would just be making Garfield, or just reading Garfield. And I don't know if I want to do that. But here's the scary thing. This is the thing that stops me from doing it. What if it just wasn't that interesting? Like, what if I didn't have any, like, big insights? Or what if it was just really boring reading all these Garfield comics, you know? Is it like a wildlife documentary, One Man's Descent into Madness? Yeah, I think it would be like the Dell video. That's how I would do it. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. That's how I would do it. I wouldn't do it like a video essay. I would do it like the Dell video. Oh, no. I could do it like a kind of horror movie. John, would you
just bought a spooky t-shirt from eyepatchwolves.com. Oh, it's so scary.
I finally caught you live, John. You are my favorite content creator, and your Chainsaw Man, Funger, and Unreality Wrestling videos are my favorite on YouTube. Thank you for all the hard work you commit to entertaining us. Much love, Amir.
No, John, reject the coward's path. Well, no, the coward's path would be if I stopped making my current video to make a new one. The new video is, like, nearly done. Like, it'll be out next week, probably. But I know the video I'm doing after that. But, oh, fuck. So this is genuinely what happens, right? I have an idea for a video, and I don't know how to do it. I now know what the Garfield video would be. I know how I do it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think you run into the problem of making a Quinton Reviews 6-hour video about recapping content. I think Quinton Reviews does some really good videos, but it wouldn't be a recap. I wouldn't be describing what's happening in the comic. I would be describing the emotional journey I would be taking by reading 8 hours of Garfield a day. Fuck, it's a good idea. I'll see. I've got like loads of other videos I need to make in the meantime. This is something that could possibly come into existence in the next 1 to 4 years. Damn it. God damn it. Okay. Chat, unfortunately, that's going to do it for this week's stream. I have a bunch of shit that I still need to edit tonight, and I don't want to be up past like 2 or 3 a.m., so I'm just going to go do it. I had a blast this stream. This was so much fun. Thank you, everyone, for dropping by. And I hope everyone is well. I hope people are doing good. Let's see. Okay, and I think we'll just call it there. So guys, listen, I love you. Same time next week, we'll do another stream again. I don't know what we'll do, but I'm sure we'll have fun doing it. So yeah, have a great weekend, and I really genuinely hope that you enjoy the upcoming video. Okay. Alarm Clock Fever, thank you for the... I'm gonna think about the 14,000 Garfields. Alarm Clock Fever, thank you for the subscription. Guys, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Same time next week.